you doing, guys? This is Kevin with Bushcraft Survival Preppers Outdoors and Survival Squatch. And today we're going to talk about Fatwood. I'm going to say it many times in the video where you can get it from, so just bear with me. It's just for you guys to remember. But there's plenty of different ways you can find it. And Fatwood, like I'll say again, is resin soaked pine. And it's very flammable, and there's many uses for the pine resin, pine pitch, and fire starters, and you can scrape it off and be its own fire starter there. But you can find it in the lighter knot and in the standing dead pine. After a while and gravity takes effect, it will seep down in the tree and end up in the elbows where the limb meets the trunk, and stump and roots, and also inside the lighter knot after it's the last piece to decay. But you can find it in the center also. I hope you guys enjoy watching and learn something from it. Well, let's start off with Fatwood and what it is. Fatwood is resin soaked pine that's soaked with pine sap, and it's very flammable, and there's many other uses to pine sap, but we'll get to that in another video. But with Fatwood, there's a few different ways to find it, and here I have a piece of lighter knot. It's one way to find Fatwood. It's usually the last piece of a fallen dead pine to rot away, and that's because of all the resin that's on the inside. And this sucker right here is pretty heavy. So let's get on the inside and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Today I'm using a prototype hatchet from a friend of mine named Tim Ellis at Ellis Custom Tools. But as you can see, I cut on the inside, and there is some pretty purple Fatwood right there. Didn't have to cut too far in it. And that piece right there is a pretty round piece I'll be using. There's the outer bark of it right there. That's one way to find it. Some people call it lighter knot. But lighter knot's slammed full of Fatwood, that's for sure. Alright, let's go on to the next section. Well, alright, the most frequent way to find Fatwood is from a standing dead pine. And reason being is, whenever the tree dies, gravity takes effect, and pine resin generates to the bottom of the tree, and you'll mostly find it in the elbows where the limb meets the trunk of the tree, in the stump, and in the roots. Some you can find Fatwood all the way up the tree, but mostly it's generated closer to the base. But after, like this one right here, you can already see I've been cutting on it right here, and over here as far up as I could reach. I'm gonna get up with a ladder and get more out, but this one here I'll get up as far as I can, and eventually I'll knock it over and try to get what I can out of the base and out of the interior of the tree. But mostly in the elbows and the stump and in the roots of the tree, down's where you find Fatwood. And like I say, it starts good fires. It's highly flammable. I also have a pile of fallen pines over here. I don't know if you can see them in the background a little bit, but that's another good area where I've been harvesting this Fatwood at. I hope some of you guys learn off this. If you have any pines, like I have these great white pines out here. Some of the best fatwood you can get out is a great white pine. But here's some that I got out of the elbows of the limbs and the trunk of the tree there. You can see how purple that is. It goes up pretty good ways. Here's a big hunk that I cut out. I got plenty more. It's just a few examples. As far as the stump and the base goes, I usually have to chop it out, but if you have a four-wheeler or a tractor or something to pull that stump out and then harvest it with a chainsaw or saw or an axe or whatever, let's get to it. Okay guys, this is the conclusion, and I'm going to show y'all a little bit of how fatwood can start a fire by itself. And like I said, there's other uses and ways you can make fire starters. You can use it for to patch wounds and stop your blood from flowing in a wound and all that too. But we'll get to that in another video series or whatever. But I'm going to take a piece of this fatwood here. I'm going to shave some off just by itself. Let's get a nice little pile going. Fix this camera where you see it a little better. You see the little pile I got there. And there we go. That's just shaved fatwood dust by itself that lit up. And there you go, guys. I thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something from this video and take it with you, and get out there and hunt your own fatwood if it's in your area. If not, I have, and I'm pretty sure you have plenty of friends that could ship you a little bit. This is Kevin with Bushcraft Survival Preppers Outdoors and Survival Squatch. I thank you for watching.